Hey guys, welcome back to FIFA 23 Parma Carimo and Season 2. It's on its way. This kind of a video, like a January transfer window or summer transfer window, where the start of the new season is always very enjoyable to record because I get to tell you guys what's my thought process during the whole transaction with the player or the idea behind the signings, and that pretty much it where we are. Yeah, season two. We just got promoted to Serie A right now. Of course, playing against quite a lot of big boys in the top team in the division, and it's going to be very tough. Everybody knows that. But again, I think our main objective is to pretty much still wanting to sign all the Italian players in the world, young Italian players. But honestly, the first season, in terms of the Youth Academy report, it has been very, very disappointing. I believe we only signed one Youth Academy product. That's about it. And then he went on and injured for 2 months, and that is Antonio Romano Antonio, or the other way around. Of course, I thought, you know what, he might be kind of our, next golden gem in the team, but somehow it just didn't quite work out with his injury. So there's a bit of a setback with them. And looking at the squad report, of course, we have 18 million euros to spend. Quite a lot, to be honest. So what we're gonna do is that we definitely cannot sign top player, top Italian player for sure, but we can use those funds to actually go for some youngsters. And yeah, some of the players in here might be a little bit way too excessive to the team already based on their age and, of course, the way how they play or the number of times I use them. So the first player that I've turned to pretty much is to for a goalkeeper, Caprele. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Ilya Caprele. Again, that's pretty much hinting one answer to it. The reason why I signed him is pretty much to replace the legendary Buffon. Yes, Buffon pretty much has saved us in numerous occasions, but again, I think the whole idea of club and country road to glory is pretty much to sign young players. And right there, Caprele, it's our first signing. And later on, we have turned to Giorgio Scalvini, probably one of the brightest Atalanta player. Center back, 73 rated, of course. 7.5 million euros around that price tag. And of course, we have to use that money accordingly because we only have 18 million. We can only spend a certain amount where we can actually improve the squad. There you go. Well, the first thing I do want to address in the transfer window is pretty much signing good defensive player, good center back. And Scalvini is one of them, and brilliant right there. Seeing that tag, an exciting prospect, and I can definitely use him pretty much every game in the next season. Later on, looking at Caprele, the 7-2 rated player, 21-year-old, having the showing great potential tag. Brilliant. Right now, we have a pretty much a solid back. The defensive line right now at the moment, signing a very bright new youngster goalkeeper and also a defender as well. And right now, Baselli is one of the players who receive an offer. I'm okay letting them go, creating more funds, even though we might lack players in the end if we keep selling players just like that. Later, Muru, the left back, will be pretty much exiting the door to Porto again. I feel like having two good left back. I don't think I'll be using him as the extra third left back in the team. And this is going to be a very sad scene right here. It's time to let Buffon go to Reims. A very surprising move for 850k. Again, we can still somehow sell him for a little bit of money. And this is a big one, Patrick Sierra. I wasn't thinking about selling him, but the fact that if I was able to put on a price tag of 20 million euros, definitely I would take that money and invest that money somewhere else. And here's a sad scene. Buffon packing his things, and he is officially left the club. And 4 players are sold within the span of 3 to 4 days. Of course, the big names that left was pretty much Sierra and also Gideon Buffon. And right here, we receive an offer for Adorni. Unfortunately, I haven't been using him quite a lot. I thought he is kind of a captain material in the team, but somehow just wasn't quite favored in our way. And later on, we receive an offer for Gennaro Tutini. Again, I don't think he's a bad player, but the fact that, if I can use that a bit of money, 3.5 million elsewhere, that could be, very useful. And we receive an offer for Giordano. I'm sure he made less than 5 game appearances. I don't think I use him a lot because, again, I think there was an injury with one of our, wide midfielder back then. I think it was Sanimakia. That's why I sent Giordano. Later on, 2 sales were made. Giordano left. Totino left as well. I believe we have sold in a total of 7 players right now at the moment. And right now we're heading to the preseason. Drawing the first game against Las Palmas. Of course, if you guys remember that short Carimo that I did with them. We received an offer for Pazzella and also Romano, but fortunately, those 2 players will not be leaving the club. I believe those 2 players could somehow help the team in a lot of ways in the upcoming season. And we received an offer for Bianchetti. Again, one of the best player we have last season. Of course, €30. I could have probably moved him on, but last season he has a very solid season. And Cloud Ajabon right there. Unfortunately, I won't be selling him as well. The fact that he's a pretty good player. And this is the player I have been shortlisted for a while, but really couldn't really make a move. It's actually Wilfred Ginotto, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Leeds United, left midfielder, and of course this guy has a very expensive price tag on him. Well, little do you guys know that I did actually bid for him earlier on, but got rejected immediately, and right now able to sign him for 18.3 million plus some of the sell-on clause. But you guys know that even if I add sell-on clause, the possibility of selling him is very, very slim, especially this is going to be a club and country video. And later on, we have agreed a deal with Roma to sign Bove. I think that's how you pronounce his name. A central midfielder. I believe we already sell 2 central midfielders at the moment. But this guy, 72 rated, 21-year-old, willing to take a pay cut to join a team with great project. And there you go. I believe this is our 3rd or actually 4th player that we signed, showing great potential tech again. Go straight into my first starting 11 with that player. Ginotto, an exciting prospect, 76 rated, 19-year-old. This guy can only fly with that rating. And looking at the Youth Academy report, again, we renew another 9-month mission for our scout. So far, he is not doing well. I mean, the scout is not doing well. If I still quite haven't signed a relatively superstar yet, I think I'll be sacking that scout. But we will have to see. We received an offer for Grassi, our central midfielder. Used him quite a lot last season before signing Cassidy. But again, he's not too young. I mean, 28-year-old, 73 rated, still a very good rating. But I don't think I'll be selling him. And we received a very nice offer actually from PSV for the Prado. Unfortunately, won't be selling him as well. And Grassi has been sold. 2.7 million will be allocated to the budget. And we have signed, since we sold one of our striker, we have to sign another striker. And the first player that I could think of as a young player in the photo as well is Esposito, Sebastiano Esposito. I think that's how you pronounce his name. We have agreed a deal with Inter Milan, 5.5 million, but again, the wage budget is slightly a little bit way too high. I mean, I'm sure he is one of the top earner in the club. And there you go, 5th signing right there, Esposito, a striker. We have finally signed a young, brilliant striker. And we have 2 games to play, again, trying to condense the game a little bit. Trying to move the episode a little bit faster than I thought it would be. But looking at attack, unfortunately, he doesn't have attack, but I still hope that he's going to end up in 80 region. But at the same time, I have to play him quite a lot in order to achieve that. But this is pretty much the starting 11 plus the reserve squad at the moment. Looking very nice, to be honest. According to the, to the rating, I don't think it's one of the highest in the Serie A team, but certainly have a lot more room to grow. have a lot of potential as well. Of course, some of the players will be making their debut today, including Ginotto, Bave, Scavini, and also Caprese making their debut. 4 players are going to make their debuts today, and of course, first game in the Serie A. Well, I don't think it's their first ever time to play, to be honest. I think they were part of Serie A before, but got relegated at one point, and right now we brought them back to where they belong. First game in this series, in this episode, in this season is against Udinese. 39 minutes and a very disappointing way to concede the goal. Our goalkeeper should have done a little bit better. Later on, 78 minutes, and we couldn't really break the deadlock, unfortunately, but a very good save right there by Caprese to keep the score at 1-0. But unfortunately, that was pretty much it. I mean, offensively, couldn't really get a lot of going. Instead, the goal that we conceded was the only goal that we conceded. But this is a very devastating news. Tommaso Baldanzi had picked up a 3-month injury, a broken toe once again. Oh my god, I don't know how. I don't know how the whole broken toe algorithm works in this career mode, but it's very frustrating. And right now we have 9 million to work with. And thank God we just have enough to pretty much sign another player, central attacking midfielder. That's Christian Volpato. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Volpato. Of course, he is going to be pretty much not replacing Baldanzi, but he is going to be part of the squad. 71 rated, 19-year-old. This guy seems to be very exciting, but I cannot wait to see the tag that he has, because again, we have Antonucci in the squad, but again, Antonucci, his stat seems to be not growing too well at the moment. But Volpato, right there, an exciting prospect. That's all I want to see. That's all I want to say. And this guy is certainly going to be one of the. I think he could provide great competition, great coverage for Baldanzi. And right now we have arrived for the final part of the episode against Frosinone. Of course, they got promoted as well, ended up a second. Maybe this is the team where we can comfortably beat. But unfortunately, right here, 26 minutes in, poor defending in general, not closing the gap very tightly, instead allowing the opposition score the first goal very early on. 33 minutes in, here comes Odai dribbling in the middle, looking for a pass out wide. And look at this pass right here. And also, more importantly, what a great finish by Volpato, scoring his first goal for the club. And what a great way to introduce himself to the fans. Second half right here, literally right after the second half kickoff. Here comes Castle on the left-hand side. This is a brilliant solo run by the opposition player. But arguably, you can say that the defense should be the one to be blamed at, because it looks very easy, but at the same time, it looks very skillful enough. Here comes Ginotto on the left-hand side to Ruggieri, to Casati, and we score the first goal. Well, second goal right there, find the equalizer. 65 minutes in, 2-2. We made an equalizer finally. I mean, this is a very winnable game, of course, against a slightly weaker team. 71 minutes in, Casati scoring another one. Ginotto with a great assist. 3-2 in the 71 minutes, 19 more minutes to play. But that is pretty much the game and also the episode right there. 3-2, securing our first win of the season. Again, not the greatest start, losing to the first game with not scoring any goals. But it's fine. We redeem ourselves with a 3-2 win. But more importantly, this summer transfer window is quite a lot of fun. Signing 5 to 6 players in total. Hopefully, this team is going to make something special by the end of the season. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.